Hi everybody, welcome to Tarot Spinning. My name's Kathy and today we're going to do what I call a quick spin, which is just a one-off. So if you felt, well, you'd already be feeling drawn, but if you're already on here and you've clicked on this image, there might be a message here for you from Spirit. So I've got all the decks out here. I'm going to give this a spin and it's just going to be random, then I'll shuffle and find out what it's all about. So we shall see what deck we're going to use. It is Moonology, so I'll just grab them. Wrong ones. These ones. Alright guys, let's see what this is about today. Let's see what we've got today is the reading. So these quick spins are always a bit of a laugh to some degree because I have no clue until I get here what this is even going to be about. So, like most of the readers, I suppose, they don't really know what's going to come out. But this is a bit interesting because you never know what you're going to get. Well, looks like they're it. Okay, guys, we have communication is key, new moon in Gemini. And then, of course, we have believe in the impossible. It's a blue moon. I love the old blue moon. It's a little bit special for me, that blue moon. I like it. But anyway, that looks pretty good. Bit of excitement there. Yeah, I'll believe in the impossible. So I'm not sure what we're thinking is impossible at the moment. But it looks like you can start believing. And communication is key. So again, communication's quite an easy one to work out. It's, you know, it's either speaking and or listening, or a bit of both, which is, you know, always a good thing to do a bit of both. So I think we'll get some tarot and dive on in and see what we've got to say about this, what it's about. Rightio. Believe in the impossible. I like believing in the impossible. Oh, just want to jump out a bit, these ones. Now we've got one jumped, I'm thinking that will do me. I'll just split that anyway. Split it, cut it, chop it, all that stuff. Okay, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Three of Swords. Seven of Swords. And the Wheel of Fortune. So, I'm just going to move these like this, so I don't smack them around. Rightio, well, we've got a lot of Swords energy here to start off. And the Queen of Swords is usually a bit of a brainstorming session. It can be to do with study, exams, but this one I would say it's definitely to do with, and of course the Swords energy being, it's to do with thought, the mind, communication, so it sort of fits in with this situation that communication is key. And she is brainstorming, and it's to do with this heartache. The Three of Swords is always a bit of a bleak card, to say the least, usually. So, you know, it's a little bit of a heartache, a bit of, you know, three swords in the heart there. But the brainstorming session's coming to look at, like, getting out of this and getting rid of that energy, like letting it move past. And the Seven of Swords, it's usually to do with a bit of, it's usually theft. You know, it can be a theft of time, can be a theft of energy. It can be a theft of, like, material objects, but because there's so many swords there, I'd say it's more the energy and, yeah, the energy and the time. But I'm getting a little bit, there's a bit of overthinking going on too, so I dare say it's a bit of a theft of time because there's there's too much going on here with this Three of Swords. It's sort of like, it's like the kink in the armour there, but she's sitting up and she knows this is happening, or, you know, You know it's happening in the sense of, if this is what your mind's running like, you know what's going on, but you're sort of just trying to pull yourself. It's like you're talking to yourself, you're having a bit of a banter there and saying, right, no more this and no more that, and stop overthinking. But here's the old Wheel of Fortune, and of course this is where the turn's going to come. This is probably the believe in the impossible, is that energy's going to change. And it's outside of you. It's not really anything you're going to do. It's just time for a change to come in, and time for something. The wheel's going to do one big click and move, or, it could spin like they do. It could spin, but it's really good omen. The Wheel of Fortune's always a good omen to see in any of the reads, because it's always a positive note. So you sort of got brainstorming, that's all a bit of drama there in the middle, and then coming out to a bit more of a positive bit of something coming out there. Now you've got the Justice, the Hanged Man, the Five of Swords, not surprised to see that, and the King of Swords. So a bit more sword stuff. So you've got Justice coming out with her, and it's very similar on the sense that they're even sitting on thrones, and she's balancing. It's justice, like it's what is going to come. Like this Wheel of Fortune it's justified. What's going to come and what's going to come into your path and in front of you, it will definitely be earned. It's been a bit of time coming, but you'll, like, when it finally happens, you'll be like, yep, I so deserve it. The Hanged Man, again, it's that same with that heartache. There's a bit of that, the looking a different perspective, but you're hanging upside down there, and you see that they're chained. Well, I'd say they're chained with a little bit of this thought process. That's why it's sitting on top of that card, because they're chained into that pattern. It's just hanging on them a bit. It's a bit of a worry in a worry. This theft of like energy or time, or the general theft of that Seven of Swords. We've got the Five of Swords sitting on top of it, and it's to do with a bit of gossip, slander, all that sort of chat, and it's usually to do with people or friends around you, family, whoever, people within your realm, depending who's around you. They're not very nice. They're a bit nasty, those sort of people. But it's very obvious to you who they are. There's just a couple of people that are always just jerks, I suppose you would call them. But mind them no heed. But they're the ones that are doing that. That's what's that 7 and that 5. They're sitting with each other there, because there's that give and take in that energy where they're doing the same old, around they go again. But anyway, jump over to the King of Swords on the Wheel of Fortune. King of Swords is legal advice and a little bit of legal documents or contracts. So again here, I still haven't got a complete clue as to what this Wheel of Fortune was about, but when it comes, it was definitely time it turned up. Grab some more cards, because I really haven't got that clear yet. The Hermit, the Sun, we love the Sun, Temperance, another beauty, and the Eight of Pentacles. So okay, there we go. The Hermit, again, sitting on the brainstorming, the Justice and the balance coming back in with the, like, things that go back into your favour, and then there's the Hermit. So it's a fairly big decision, whatever's coming in with this believe in the impossible. It's a big decision, and it's a big change that's coming in, and you're still sitting within yourself a bit, trying to get comfortable with it. You're not really that comfortable with it. As you're moving into it, you're still a little bit uncomfortable with it. You got the Sun. Well, that sun's just going to shine on that bit of darkness that's there. So it will just wash away like water. It will just dissipate and go, which is what you want to see it go. Here's the balance coming in. You're going to stand in, you're going to be balanced and standing in your energy, and all this behind, and that's out behind you somewhere. Again, you'll pay no attention. If whatever this energy is, and those sort of people, when they're around and what they're doing, they're never not going to do it. If it's a duck, it's a duck. It's one of those things that you don't expect anything less out of these sort of people, because that's what they're like. But you're going to stand strong and just ignore it, which is what you're to do, which is the way to go. And here is you moving forward into this lucky break or this new change. And don't know if it's really career. It looks a bit careerish, but there's not enough cards there to show me that it is career. So I'd say I think it's to do with improvement. It's studying and improving, and it might be a personal inner change. It's just to do with your overall, just how you feel inside of yourself. You're going to improve or do some betterment for yourself, something that you're going to be taking on or starting, and you're going to slowly move into that energy where you're going to start building something up that you want, and you've sort of got a bit of a vision of what it's going to be, but you haven't really got all the picture's not painted properly yet. There's only just a bit of a rough outline. I'm going to grab another deck. Just bear with me while I find it. That's not it. Oh, that's not it either, sorry. It's got to be the last one I pick up, should be the one I want. That's the one I want. I'm going to just do a few more tarot and see with a different deck. There's that Three of Swords, see? We're going to see if we can get, or what we get, strength. Oops, sorry. Four of Pentacles, Two of Swords. I'm just going to see, except for them throwing themselves onto the table here, I'm just going to get a few cards to go over the top of this other deck. See if we get any double ups to show us a little bit more info, so we can dig in a bit deeper there and see what that's all about a bit more. But being a general read, you know the GO, it comes back to everyone doesn't wear the same shoe, so depending on which shoe you're going to be putting on, it'll be a bit of a fit. It's the Two of Pentacles. All right, we'll still cut this anyway. I don't think any more flip that I could see. No, it looks like that was it. Okay, I'll leave them there for a sec. Three of Swords, well there's that bit of heartache it's hidden. That heartache's a bit hidden, that it's there under the surface, but you're not letting anyone really know it's there so much. And here's your strength to come out of it and to pull yourself out of it, to pull out from that, you know, that bit of funky blues, that bit of down in the dumpy feel. Then there's the Four of Pentacles, which is this moving forward and building a foundation for this new situation that's coming in. And this is that Two of Swords, which again reminds me a bit of the legal. A little bit of time. It won't take too long, but there's a little bit of a time frame that's going to get this to come. There's a little bit of time going to come, and there's the Two of Pentacles, which is balancing out the money, the yin and the yang of the money, and your time and energy. I think you could be already working, and then you've got a side hustle that you're doing as well. So you're balancing out your time and energy, which was a bit of that Seven of Swords energy where you're trying to you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, but you're going to get through it. You're just taking your time going through it all. Three of Cups, Ten of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, guys, that's it. That's perfecto for me. This is a little celebration, and it's little, you know, it's the little baby steps. So believe in the possible, in the impossible. It's sort of coming back into bit by bit. Things pop up and things start turning, and the Wheel of Fortune's turning and taking you in. Ten of Wands is you're going to be overworking a little bit, because I feel like you're pulling both ways. You're still doing one thing and then you're starting another thing. So you're putting a lot of energy in, but everything you put in will all turn in your favour, because here's the Wheel of Fortune again. So that's just a confirmation back on top that you're going in the right direction, and just to keep at it. So mind for this would be the overall keys. Mind for that Three of Swords, but your strength, you'll pull out, you'll come out of it, and nothing much else there. You had that little bit of banter in the background, but you know, that's just normal situation where people around you always think they have to have stick their 2 cents worth in and all that sort of chat. But you know, most people that don't get up and have a go are usually the ones that I've always got all the comments to rave on. So you don't take much notice of them. They're always going to do what they do. But overall, oh, look, think just flying out. I've got so many, I'm not even going to put them out there today, guys. They're just flinging around here, so I'm just going to take what already threw themselves on the table because I've got 4. That's heaps. Okay, fairy magic. Respectfully work with the fairies and the elements to achieve your goals. So somebody out there somewhere must have something to do with, you know, fantasy and fairy, mystic, anything to do with the mystic or any of that energy, which is like, you know, just general magic, which is great. The labyrinth. Transition to a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. So this is, yeah, like guys, it's getting a bit, they're not heavy comments, but they're like fairly serious, aren't they? To me, that's like, whoa, okay, sit up and take note of that. Transition to in a higher level of being, raising your energetic vibration and enlightenment. So yeah, this is that study that I saw. This, you might be doing something. See all those, everything's all in a circly look there too. Very circly, like that. Prosperity. A prosperous business with riches and success. This is this Wheel of Fortune. So again, guys, just another positive omen to go, yep. And the festival creates an energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or event. That's this thing. This is that 3 of Cups here. This is the festival, which creates the energetic blueprint for a fantastic party or an event. So it's a celebration. So it's celebrating the milestones. It's not wait till you get to the end and you've made the big success. Anything that pops up along the way that starts moving the energy towards where you're wanting to go, celebrate it. So yeah, really good reading, guys. I like it. Thanks again for popping in and hanging out with me, and I shall see you next time. Bye for now.